We've been tracking this story for the last 3 days. Much has been said about the visit of EU parliamentarians to Kashmir. It's been called a PR stunt, with email exchanges between the organizers and those being circulated. Now, the members of this delegation have been labelled as Nazi lovers. Some others have questioned the Indian government's motives. What better way to clear these doubts than to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, we say. Capping a visit dogged with controversies, the EU panel visiting Kashmir sat down to take some questions. 4 representatives of this 23-member delegation addressed a press conference in Srinagar today. We've heard their answers and we've been listening to the charges. Let's take it one by one. We start with the first charge. The opposition is of the view that the tour adds a third-party dimension to the Kashmir dispute. The European delegation does not agree. They say that they were not here to intervene in India's internal politics. Very well. Then why were they in Kashmir at all? Their answer, fact-finding in a private capacity. So will they be collectively submitting a report to the European Union? They say that was never the intention.
Here, like all my colleagues from European Parliament, to interfere in Indian politics. My target is first to have an information about the situation, because as responsible of politics, I read many things about Kashmir, and even if this travel is short, it's a good opportunity to have some information about the subject.
We're different political parties, different opinions. Mine is the Liberal group, and I will go back to the Liberal group in the Parliament. It's not a formal delegation. We are a group collecting information, and I will inform my colleagues in the Liberal group. We're called the Renew group, but it's the Liberals, and I will explain to them what I have learned, and my colleagues will each explain to their political parties, and in that way we will inform the Parliament informally through our contacts.
The second charge against the government has been that this was a guided tour, a selective view of the reality on the ground in Kashmir. They were fed what the government wanted to reveal. But were they? Here is their answer.
One man told me that there was too much corruption in India and Kashmir. Too much when money comes from central government, it doesn't always reach the project, or enough of it. It seems to disappear somewhere into the system. So nothing is perfect in life, but we're here to get facts and information, and it's been an excellent visit and very well organized.
The third charge, the hypocrisy. Why roll out the red carpet for outsiders and block Indian leaders from visiting the valley? It seems that these outsiders have heard these complaints, and today they address these concerns. An unexpected answer, by the way, from this European MP, which the opposition will surely latch on to.
I think if you let in people from the European Parliament, you should also let in opposition politicians from India. So there is some kind of disbalance, but and the government should somehow address it. I think as long as we have access to Kashmir, politicians from India are entitled to have access as well.
And the fourth and final charge, what about their political leanings? They've been called parliamentarians who take pride in being fascists, lawmakers who believe in the Nazi ideology and subscribe to Islamophobia. Turns out that they've heard these allegations too, and they haven't taken them very well. Their answer is this: we are not Nazi lovers.
Even some have insulted us, presented us as fascist, Islamophobe, racist, which is absolutely not the case. It will be presented by the colleague, but it's a multi-party delegation with absolutely nobody who could be considered as a fascist, racist, or Islamophobe.
So were they here to do politics? Seems they weren't. Did they make any public speeches? No, they did not. Did they meet detained leaders? They did not. Did they try assuring Kashmiris on the government's moves? They did not. The accusations against them and the government swings both ways. So is the opposition right in protesting not being allowed to visit Kashmir, or is the government right in facilitating a tour to show that the valley is under relative control? We'll let you decide. And we want to end the story with a reminder. On Thursday, India will wake up to 1 state less and 2 union territories more. The presidential proclamation of the 9th of August, will be implemented by midnight. In just a few hours from now, Jammu and Kashmir will cease to be a state. It will be bifurcated into the union territories of Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. This historic event, by the way, is coinciding with the 144th birth anniversary of India's Iron Man, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The government is celebrating this as a National Unity Day through a Run for Unity event. Political leaders and celebrities will take part in marathons across India. Watch this space for more.